Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Afterthought. Here's your boy Zach Higgins, and welcome again to another video of my playoff bracket. This is now to round two. This is just my preview right now. So far, we got Golden State versus Utah. Now, in this series, Golden State cannot take Utah lightly at all under any circumstances. Okay, this Utah Jazz team is rough. Okay, they can get clutch as we've seen against the Clippers right now. Yeah, the Clippers took it to game seven because the Clippers was really fighting hard to try to win that series. But Gordon Hayward and even in Joey Johnson right now, ISO Joe. This is actually going to be a very interesting matchup for the bench because for the fans who are my age and older, when these two, Joe Johnson and Andre Iguodala was on the Eastern Conference, they've had countless battles. Okay, they had a rivalry going. Anytime Philadelphia would play Atlanta, it would be tough. Joe Johnson and Iguodala both got off, okay? They battled each other in the paint through and through. Okay, I enjoyed seeing those battles when Joe Johnson was on his Atlanta Hawks days and Iguodala was on the 76ers days. Okay, that was a different time, there was a different league, but it was rough. These two lit up the scoreboard. Now they're in the Western Conference and now they're in a playoff series in the second round playing against each other. So Joe Johnson and Iguodala, they're gonna both try to outshine each other. Okay, you're gonna see ISO Joe like he did against the Clippers. He's gonna really come through, and even Iguodala. These two are gonna be key to their teams winning off the bench, especially Iguodala. If he doesn't have Livingston and then Matt Barnes still cannot come back off their injuries right now, he's gonna have to work extra for those guys. Cause he has David West on his bench, but David West is getting older now. Iguodala's gonna have to play harder for those younger guys. And Joe Johnson, if Joe Johnson can get clutch like he did against the Clippers, that will give Rudy Gobert, George Hill, and Gordon Hayward more help that they need. So that's the matchup. I got Golden State in 6 games, but if Utah forces a game seven, it might go the other way. If Utah can steal at least a game at home against Golden State, let's say they go to Golden State, okay, they may lose game one. If they win game two, Utah steals game two and take it back to Utah and then win in Utah, Golden State is going to be in for a long series. Okay, they're not going. This is not the Portland Trailblazers at the end of the day neither. Snyder has a deeper team now. Okay, they're a better defensive team. And yeah, the Splash Brothers can get off. Yeah, Draymond Green can do his thing, but we don't know how healthy Kevin Durant still is. Okay, these injuries is really affecting Durant. So for the idiots on YouTube who went around saying that Durant faked this injury, obviously you see the injury is obviously more serious than you thought. Okay, a meniscus tear is bad. You know what I'm saying? Meniscus is a part that you need to walk on. So this is what's crucial about Kevin Durant right now. Like I said, he's not 100% right now. And in this series is going to get real rough. It's going to be some banging on the court. Both teams are going to get banged up. Yeah, Utah came from a 7-game series, but that's not going to stop them. Okay, being tired is not a factor in these playoffs. Okay, they're all professionals. These guys play to win, and to me, Utah is hungry right now. But I got to give the advantage to Golden State just to be realistically. But like I said, if Utah beats Golden State at home at least early on, going into game 3 and 4, Golden State might be in for a long series. It might be tough for them. Utah could just as easily beat Golden State. Believe it or not, you just can't underestimate them. Still, I got Golden State in game 6. Now, Utah. Now, after the Utah Golden State series, we have this Houston versus San Antonio matchup. Now, to be honest with you, right now, I mean, San Antonio was my pick to come out the Western Conference, but the way Houston played against them in game 1 shows me otherwise that Houston is just ready to go. James Harden is playing on a different level. And then the problem with San Antonio, they're having problems keeping up with the guard play. San Antonio is literally having the same problem. They're in the same boat as they was last year against OKC. The reason why Westbrook and Durant was able to almost beat San Antonio the way he did was because of the speed. San Antonio could not keep up with Russell Westbrook last year. And the same thing goes right now against James Harden. So this is the problem right now with San Antonio. I'm sad to say, but Ginobili is just too old. Tony Parker is just slowed down. Tony Parker's in the point of his career. He should be getting ready for retirement pretty soon too. Yet the man is 34, 35 years old. I mean, this is and for them, Paul Gasol, Marcus Aldridge, yeah, they can get going. Like I said, they have size. They're 7-footers, but the problem is, like I said, the guard play in Houston, the speed. These guys can't keep up. And yeah, Paul defeated his little brother. Okay, he defeated them 4-2, but this is the Houston Rockets at the end of the day. So I'm gonna give San Antonio at least one game out this series, but Houston could pretty much sweep them. Houston, and even Kevin, and even James Harden right now, if he can't win, if he can't be the MVP, he's definitely going to win a championship. He's trying to get to the finals right now. And D'Antoni is once again, he has the team that he had when he was in with Phoenix. Okay, I explained that in my other video. James Harden is the Steve Nash. I don't think San Antonio can take Houston. So Houston's going to win the series either in 4 or 5 games. I'm going to give San Antonio at least one game, so I say Houston in game 5. Now, to the Eastern Conference. All right, Boston versus Washington. Now, I commend Isaiah Thomas. He's playing hard right now. This is the toughest playoff series he ever had to endure. Okay, losing his sister in the start of game 1 against Chicago, and now the coming game 2 against Washington, he gets hit hard in the face, getting his teeth knocked, and still was able to come up with over 25 points to lead his team to take game 1. But see, the problem with Boston right now, you're going against Washington. This is Scott Brooks, okay? This is a much different coach. John Wall and Bradley Beal, they have a backcourt right now. Like I said, Scott Brooks is the best man that ever happened to this team. Boston, like I said before, they're missing one more superstar. Yeah, as good as Isaiah Thomas has been, as Al Horford is pretty much the best center the Eastern Conference has to offer right now. But the problem, they're missing one other perimeter all-star, okay? They couldn't get a Jimmy Butler in the trade. They couldn't get Paul George. Okay, they're missing one of those guys. They're missing a Carmelo Anthony. They need a Draymond Green. Especially when going against this Washington Wizards team. This Wizards team is not going to lay down at all. They're not going out that easily. And Washington can just easily push a game 7. So this is the problem I feel right now. Yeah, Boston might have got past game 1, but it's not over yet. Okay, if Washington can take game 2, if Washington can at least beat Boston twice at their house, Washington can win this series. Okay, we've seen what John Wall could do, and even the small forwards right now. You know what I'm saying? Porter Jr. and Aubrey, they were excellent draft picks. Okay, Morrison Garton is a good rebounder. We've seen this already. Like, Washington has the defense. And Scott Brooks knows how to put his team in this position to knock off a first seed. He's done it more than once against teams like San Antonio and even the Lakers. So this is the problem I have with Boston right now. Like, they're missing one other player. They don't have a big 3. Like I said, they don't have KG. They don't have Paul Pierce. They don't have Ray Allen. Isaiah Thomas is, like I said, he literally has to do it. I mean, he has some help, but it's just not enough. Like, Jay Crowder is not what these guys are. And even as good as Avery Bradley is defensively, he's not Bradley Beal at the end of the day. Okay, this is what Scott Brooks didn't have when he was coaching OKC. Roberson is not Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal can actually hit threes when need be. Roberson is just a more defensive player. He's not an offensive shooting guard. So I got Boston. I gotta go with my Eastern Conference pick. I got Boston in 7 games. It could be either 6. I feel Washington's gonna push a game 7. I got Boston in game 7, but Washington could just easily beat them. So I wouldn't be surprised. And Washington does defeat Boston because Boston doesn't have a big 3. They need one more player. Now, to this series, we got Cleveland versus Toronto. Now, the way Cleveland played against Toronto in game 1 last night proves that they still have an advantage. They can space the team. Toronto is going to have to basically change up their defensive matchups. Ibaka is going to have to be guarding LeBron James defensively now. It can't be DeRozan. I feel DeRozan already has enough on his plate now, having to worry about everything else. He has to score the majority of the points. DeRozan has to keep them in the game other ways. To be guarding LeBron James is going to be tough for him. Now, Ibaka has size. Ibaka can't get rough for anybody. They're going to have to put Serge Ibaka on LeBron James guarding him in this matchup. It can't be DeRozan. LeBron James can box out DeRozan easily. Okay, it's a mismatch in the size right now. Against LeBron James, you're going to need somebody with a superior defense. To me, Ibaka is that guy. That's why they brought it in. That's why they traded him from the Orlando Magics. The only way Toronto's going to have a chance against this Cleveland Cavaliers team, they're going to have to get rough. DeRozan, like I say, is going to have to put up his points. Kyle Lowry is going to have to score at least 27 to 30 points to keep up with Kyrie Irving. If Kyle Lowry can't keep up with Kyrie Irving, they're going to have a problem right there. And even the shooting guards right now, Nolan Powell, okay, we know what J.R. Smith and Amon Shumpert could do. Okay, he's going to have to limit those guys. Okay, and even then, I would at least put DeRozan on Kevin Love. But going against LeBron James, they're going to have to get somebody that could defensively match up with him. Yeah, DeMar Carroll is good, but LeBron James is literally toying with DeMar Carroll as well. Unless they got to double team LeBron and trap him, but it's going to be a problem. Okay, Toronto defensively, they got to change the matchups if they're going to want to force a game 7 against Cleveland. Still, I got Cleveland, and at least I'm going to give Toronto at least 2 games. They're not going to get swept like Indiana did. I try to give Indiana the benefit of the doubt. It's just bad coaching over there. Larry Bird did a terrible job. But Toronto's going to win at least two, maybe 3 games. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna give LeBron. I'm gonna give Cavaliers game 6 because Toronto at home they play better at their house. They're the better home team. So when it comes to their house, they're a better home team than they are a away team. But of course, when you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, it doesn't matter if you're on the road or if you're at home. Okay, so again, I'm gonna give Cleveland game 6 right now, but the only way Toronto's gonna have a chance against this Cavalier team is defensive matchups. Ibaka's going to have to guard LeBron James defensively. You at least put DeRozan on Kevin Love because Kevin Love doesn't do as much as LeBron does. Kevin Love just has a shot. If you could defend Kevin Love's 3-point shooting, because Kevin Love's inside game is not that strong like it was. Okay, so that I guess Kevin Love would be a better matchup for DeRozan, but DeRozan, like I said, he's going to, for him not to get overwhelmed, they're going to have to make it easy for him defensively, so he'll have to guard everybody. This is the Afterthought here, and this is my playoff preview for round 2. I'll be back when it's the West and Eastern Conference Finals because looking like I said, it's coming down to the wire. It could go down to anybody right now. Y'all stay tuned, stay blessed, and I'll see you soon.